Hey, let's go ahead and get started with the reading for you guys. One card just flew out, Seven of Wands, okay? So this is standing up against adversity, all the things coming at you. We've got the King of Wands. For some of you, you're blocking out this King of Wands. I kind of feel like it wanted to be there. Five of Wands is what's on your mind. Nine of Pentacles, Six of Swords. What else do we have? We have the Hermit in the recent past. All right. What else do we have here, Spirit? Oh, okay. We have the Queen of Wands. She's turning her back to the King of Wands. We've got the High Priestess. Okay. Secrets. The Unknown. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. And we have the Four of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Four of Wands. All right, give me a second. Let me take all this energy in. Okay. This could be, all right, for some of you, this is, we've got two fours here. We have, I think those are the only repeating numbers. We have a lot of fire here. We've got the Four of Wands. We've got the Five of Wands. We got the Seven of Wands. We got the King of Wands. We got the Queen of Wands. Okay? A lot of fire in this reading. So this could be, with the Five of Wands and the Seven of Wands, some type of like petty arguments, petty fights, and somebody standing up for themselves. How people are seeing you is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is somebody who is very fiery. She's very authentic. She's a go-getter. She doesn't put up with any kind of bullshit. She's very psychic as well, very intuitive. You know, we have 5, 6, 7 right down the middle. Actually, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's this progression. In the recent past, we have the Hermit here. So this is about taking a step back. For some of you, maybe this is about, you could be building a home. You could be moving homes. You could be putting together your home. Blocking out toxic energy from, people, like telling people, yeah, don't come by. You're not welcome here in my home. And kind of getting that too. Like, I'm okay by myself. I don't fucking need you. I feel like your intuition is literally telling you something. The High Priestess and the Hermit are very, very, very spiritual cards here. And they are the only two major arcana in this reading, which means they hold the most weight. The Hermit is somebody who is, a mentor. Somebody who has learned a lot from their past. They could be somebody who is, they just kind of step aside and they watch. They don't say anything. The High Priestess, she has all kinds of information. She just doesn't say anything. I almost get intuitively, you feel that there is some type of a celebration that's coming on as well. That's very random, I know, but there is some type of a celebration. Now, whatever the celebration, it could be a wedding, it could be a birth announcement, it could be, graduation. And it's almost like you're being blocked from it. Or you're blocking other people. Nine of Pentacles, this is about having everything that you need, being solo and independent. I get a very solo, independent energy because the Hermit, the Nine of Pentacles, and the High Priestess, these are all solo energies. This is somebody who doesn't need a whole lot of people. They're fine on their own. It's almost like I'm getting like this witch in the woods, with the High Priestess and the Nine of Pentacles. I get somebody here who's just like, oh, maybe you're in hiding. Maybe you're blocking everybody. You don't ever want everybody to know. Maybe you're off, doing your own thing, and nobody is, what is it? They're none the wiser. They have no fucking clue what you're doing. Maybe for some of you, you've moved homes, but you're not telling anyone. Yeah, because that's what I'm getting here is like, with the 5 of Wands and the 7 of Wands, it's like, and the 6 of Swords, it's like you're moving away from conflict. You're blocking yourself from conflict and moving into calmer waters. And I feel like when I see her like all covered up in a blanket, I feel like you're doing it very discreetly. I feel like this is very discreet. And there very well could be somebody, like maybe for some of you, this is about you hiding from a spouse. Maybe you've decided to take off. You're leaving your spouse. You're leaving home. And maybe that's the challenge. You don't want to fight with anybody while you're doing it, because the King of Wands, Queen of Wands, they are like, they do have their backs to one another. I feel like this is a very specific message for just a small few of you. You could be, you know, really, there could have been like fights and arguments. There could have been 5 people. Okay, we have the 5 of Wands here. And then there's you. Or maybe there's 6 people. You know, we have 5 people that you're hiding from, that you don't want anything to do with, and you're blocking these people out. And you're, like I said, 6 of Swords, you're moving on to calmer waters. You're just like, yeah, I'm going to, you know, take all these swords, take everything that I've learned, because that's what the 6 of Swords is all about. And the Hermit is all about looking back at the past and learning, you know, all the lessons there needed to be learned in order to be able to turn around with that lantern and guide others on the journey. I feel though with the 6 of Swords here, you know, you see the ripple effect over here. And that was because they had all the swords underneath the boat. And then they, you know, became wise and put all the swords in the boat and decided to carry them instead of under the boat, which was causing the ripple effect. Okay. And so this is about all the things that you have learned. And we talk about the 6 because we have the 5 people here and the 1 person here. And we have the 6, right? So I do feel like this could be like moving towards, you know, people who, you know, want that reciprocity. I feel like in the hopes and fears, you are juggling something. You could be juggling your finances. I don't think so with the 9 of Pentacles, because the 9 of Pentacles does say that you have everything you need. You do have everything you need. So I almost feel like, what do I do? You know, should I do this? Should I do that? And so I do feel like you're going to have to do this on a very intuitive level. For some of you, this is about reaching out, schedule a reading, okay? With this Queen of Wands, who's very, very psychic. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Does not have to be. We do have the Queen of Pentacles here as well, which is Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy. We have Virgo emphasis here twice, actually 3 times with the High Priestess and the Hermit. So Virgo, Pisces energy. This is Virgo, Pisces, okay? So very intuitive here. And this is about, you know, reaching out and scheduling a reading. You know, you could be, you know, I feel like for a lot of you, you're blocking out this King of Wands. I feel like, you know, or this King of Wands is blocking you out. I am getting a divorce here. I'm getting a divorce because with the 9 of Pentacles and the Hermit, this is the single energy, needing to be single. And I almost feel like the 2 of you guys just don't see eye to eye. I almost feel like this Queen of Wands here needs to reach out to someone who is some type of a mentor, but I feel like there's something here, like she's holding back. She's not, it's not that she doesn't have the finances. It could have something to do with the belief system, because we do have the Hermit and the High Priestess, and that has a lot to do with beliefs. So it's almost like maybe, you're religious, you go to church, that kind of stuff. But now it's like you're wanting to reach out, and maybe you're looking into your spirituality more. Maybe a lot of the time when we go through traumatic events, right? We go through a divorce that is very traumatic, or a death in the family with somebody that you were very, very close to. It could be anything, drugs, alcohol, but why? Why do you find it necessary to do drugs and alcohol? Because you're trying to numb something. So we end up going through these awakenings, and we kind of realize, like for me, I realized, holy shit, religion wasn't really what it was. And I was being lied to my entire life. And that's all of a sudden I ended up seeing things and going through experiences that were just natural phenomenons that were like so fucking trippy. But I got through them through spirituality. It was like all of a sudden I started getting emails about astrology, and I started seeing psychics popping up through my newsfeed on, Facebook and stuff. And I was like, wait, what the fuck is this? Started going down the rabbit hole, and it was through a trauma that I had experienced. And next thing you know, I'm going through this crazy shit that I couldn't even explain to anybody. And it was all created from the pain and the sorrow and the trauma that I had experienced. And I kind of feel that way too. I feel that way about this Queen of Wands, who is, is kind of on the fence. Should I, shouldn't I? Should I, shouldn't I? Should I schedule a reading with this person? Because that's what I'm getting over here. I have the finances, but I'm afraid to reach out because I feel like with the Four of Cups here, it's because of a belief system, because these are the two bookends, the High Priestess and the Hermit, and they do hold the most weight. But I almost feel like she's not going to be able to hold back any further. I feel like this King of Wands, though, on the other side, he's still into wanting to fight and argue and whatever else. And she's over here like, I have to look in a new life for myself. I almost feel like this Queen of Wands could also very well be this Queen of Pentacles up here as well. I feel like even in the divorce, I feel like you're going to make out, like, you're not starting from nothing. I feel like, at the end of the day, you're going to have everything that you need. Like, it's all going to be fair and just. Even if this King of Wands over here tries to fight it, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. Okay, what else do we have here, Spirit? What else do we have? Very random reading. So, there's a couple of different things, and it's like, it's so sad because society has made, like spirituality and tarot and, astrology out to be this bad demonic thing, when really in all actuality, it's the one thing that can actually help the collective. And that's the reason why they demonized, spirituality and tarot. Even on movies, you see all these, tarot readers that are, scary motherfuckers, when actually we're just normal fucking people. We tie our shoes the same way, we get up and we do this, we live life like, humans do, But at the end of the day, it's because they want you to go to therapy. They want you to take that blue pill. Here's your Xanax. Here's your Zoloft. You're depressed, and then you become a customer for life. And really all you're doing is making their car payments. You're making their house payment. So I am getting the fact that somebody here does have to move. Yeah, Spirit says just breathe though. Breathe. You have nothing to fucking worry about. You have nothing to fucking worry about. Just breathe. This is all fated. It's all destined. Listen, you can't change this person. You can't change their fucking mind. They are fated to be exactly who they are, and there's nothing you can do to change this King of Wands. And everything that is happening right now, you're just going to have to trust in the divine. What else do we have here, Spirit? What else do we have? Yeah, you're between worlds right now. And it's scary because it's, it is scary to tap into the unknown. Because am I ever going to be loved again? Am I ever going to find anybody again? Fuck yeah, you are. You're literally headed towards your treasure island. You don't think for 2 seconds that the universe is that fucking stupid that they're going to tell you that you have to stay in a relationship with somebody that you're constantly fighting, arguing, bickering, bitching about the kids, about the money, about the house, about the, cheating. I mean, you shouldn't have to tell a person to get off your fucking cell phone and spend some time with me. I've lost friendships over that shit. You think for 2 fucking seconds I'm going to be in a relationship where the person sitting next to me is going to make me feel fucking lonely? Abso-fucking-lutely not. And I feel like even in this relationship, you felt lonely. And maybe for the two of you, because there's so much fire here, you were either fucking or fighting. Fucking or fighting. And now Spirit's like, this is a time for you to finally let your hair down. This is a time for you to recognize that you don't have to do this shit anymore. You don't have to fight so hard for what it is that you want. There was a time where you guys were a perfect match, but there is a time now, what I'm looking at now is you guys are genuinely just not on the same page. And, you used to be a match. You used to see eye to eye. And now you're just like, what do I do? And so I do feel for a lot of you, you're at this imbalance. You don't know how to grow. You're afraid of like building something new because you don't know how. You're building from scratch. If you had to go and get a new home because you had to move out of your spouse's house, now you're building from scratch and it's like, oh my God, I don't even know what I'm building. Can I make this happen? Abso-fucking-lutely. You're going to get to a point where you no longer want this person back. When they reach out, you're like, no, I'm good. I'm investing in myself. I'm good. Because that's what I see with the Four of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. She's like, no, I'm good. I have this. I want to share. I want to invest. Try not to be looking at all the things you're losing and start looking at all the things you're gaining. You're, learning how to love life again. That way you won't be so silly to allow somebody to, hand you an empty cup anymore. They're going to have to, it's not only going to be love, but love and money. That's what I'm seeing here. I want love and money. With the Queen of Pentacles, Four of Cups, I want love and money, not just sex. It's easy to have sex with somebody. It is so fucking easy to have sex with somebody. You all know it. That's why a lot of you just jump into bed with the first fucking person that gives you googly eyes. And you're like, okay, they like me. This is probably my forever person. And then you jump right into bed with them. And you end up, years down the road, you guys are fighting, arguing, bickering, bitching. And you realize that you didn't even have anything in common except for you were great in bed together. That was it. And funny enough, the garbage man's going by right now. It's time to throw that shit in the trash. That's not going to fly anymore, you guys. That's not what we're building. We're building something so extraordinary right now. Since we're pulling on love, all right, since it turned out to be a love reading, and that's not what I was expecting, yeah, we got forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. You just have to remember that everything that you experienced up until this point was destined to happen. You needed to learn this experience. Without it, you wouldn't be where you are. Very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it can come to you. You're going to have to decide whether or not you're willing to let this relationship go. And for some of you, you need to reach out to a mentor. You need to reach out to a life coach or an empowerment coach or a relationship coach, because at the end of the day, they're the ones who are going to help you through this. Yeah, you can do it on your own, but you're going to make matters worse on you. You're in between worlds right now. You got one foot in the old world and you got one foot in the new world. And here's the deal. We're all moving forward regardless. So don't get left behind. One more card for the collective spirit. All right, we got two more. Yeah, the reason why you want to stick around, or the excuse that you're using, is, what about the children? What about the children? Or nobody will love me because I have kids, or whatever. Bullshit. Chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. Yeah, there was. But they were lying to you. They were lying to themselves. For some of you, they were cheating on you. There was some type of competition in this relationship. And it doesn't even mean that they were absolutely cheating on you. Not everybody had a cheating scenario. It could have been the third party was. They were at fucking work all the time. They didn't have time to spend with you and the kids. Yeah, again, there was a lot of physical attraction here between the two of you, but that's not a glue that can keep a relationship going. Let me say that again. Sex is not the glue that can keep a relationship going. You have to have more than that. And you have to quit lying to yourself, believing that, oh, well, we'll just stay together for the kids. That is one of the worst fucking things you can do for your children. That is one of the worst. So anybody who goes and says, oh, well, you got to stay together for the kids, fuck them. They're an asshole. Because never in your world should you ever be put in a situation to where you have to stay somewhere because of kids or money. Like, I was 24 years old, 3 babies in car seats when I walked away from my 9 years with my ex-husband. And yes, I was married very young, okay? I was pregnant at 15, so whatever. But with that said, even back then, you would have thought that I would have stuck around because he was making buku bucks. You would have thought that I would have stayed around because we had kids together. No, he was abusive. No, he left me constantly in shambles. He was cheating. He was lying. So what? Should I have stayed with him? Should I have stayed with him for the children? No, what would that have taught my kids? To stick around? To make themselves miserable? Fuck no. Now I've been divorced for 21 years and I've never remarried. And do I look unhappy? Absolutely not. I am so happy. And I was taught to share my toys when I was done with them. And trust me, I gave him to the less fortunate. And now those two make each other miserable. And he has just repeated the cycle of what him and I had. He didn't grow. He only got together with him because he had kids and he needed somebody to babysit them. Now they still make each other miserable and my kids are over 20. Should I have stayed with him? Abso-fucking-lutely not. So again, you guys got to figure out your shit, but never allow somebody to tell you, because it's a lie when somebody gives you advice, you stay together for the kids. I'm going to leave that here, you guys. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. If you are interested in a personal reading, all my information's in the description box down below. You guys, I love you all so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It does help my channel grow, and I do appreciate it. Check me out over on Facebook and Instagram under The Footsteps to Peace and Peace Unhinged Tarot. Love you guys all so much. Take care and have a beautiful day.